So what happened very terribly is we asked to just delay the trial for one day so I could go to the funeral tomorrow, and then we could start Friday or Monday or any time they want. And he said, absolutely not. The trial will go on just as it is. You can go to the funeral or you can go to the trial, but you can't do both. I thought it was terrible. So he would rather have me miss the funeral or go to the funeral, miss the trial. And that's a nasty man. He's a nasty judge. He's a Trump-hating guy. And it's obvious to everybody in the court. It's a disgrace, frankly, what's happening. It's a disgrace. Happens to be a Clinton appointment, but I'm sure that has nothing to do with it.
I hope all of the men watching are paying attention, because you just got a masterclass on how to be an alpha. Anytime something doesn't go your way, they're nasty, it's unfair, they're predisposed to hate me, they're biased. You just whine and whine and whine and whine, and somehow that makes you the alpha gorilla. I don't know how it works, but the right wing buys it. In any event, he's saying there, how dare they stop me from going to Melania's mother's funeral, a funeral that in any other circumstance he would have had no interest in attending. He just wanted to delay the trial. That's all it is. And I will remind everyone, he doesn't have to be at the courtroom.
No.
There's arguably no reason for him to, and good reasons for him not to, as we've already demonstrated. Because again, they're not trying to figure out whether he did it. That's done. We're beyond that. He's pretending that that's what's at stake. It's not. We're just figuring out how much money he owes. So he could have gone off to Melania's mother's funeral. He could have probably ruined it for her, and then that would have been fine legally. He's the one choosing to make a big deal out of it.
This is so ridiculous. It's comical, per usual with Donald Trump, because you're absolutely right. He's actually hurting himself by being there. And he never in a million years would have gone to his mother-in-law's funeral. He just wouldn't. It's just, no. I can't help but laugh. But it is interesting to see him attempt to sort of sway the court of public opinion, per se. I don't know if that's what his intention is. I mean, he's always just playing to his audience, but I kind of see him the same as that one guy that leapt and attacked the judge. If he could, he would do the same thing. I hope they're holding him back, because I could see him, because it's all about money for him anyway. He doesn't care if you think he's guilty or not. He's mad that he's gonna have to pay more. Doesn't he already have to pay $5 million or something?
Yes.
And so this is addition to that.
And there will also be follow-up trials as well. I will say, I really wish he would try to rush the judge. Nothing would give me more joy, but unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna happen. In any event, by the way, just before we move on to a little bit of fun, the trial, this portion of the trial should be done soon. It was slated for, I think it was gonna be 3 days, 2 to 3 days. There's a fourth day possible if Donald Trump testifies, which could happen on Monday. We don't know yet. It is possible that he will testify. Now, if he testifies, his testimony is not supposed to be able to be about the facts of the case, which again, he was already found guilty of. It's supposed to just be about his ability to pay. So for instance, if he was trying to limit how much he paid, he could talk about, my net worth isn't that high or whatever. That's what testimony in this sort of case is supposed to be like. Now, he would be restricted in that way. Will he end up testifying? I don't know. We've had this back and forth before. I think it would be hilarious, and so I hope so. But either way, we should know fairly soon. This thing should be wrapped up.
If any of his lawyers even care at all about him, they will not put him on that stand. It's just a mistake.
I just want to see it. I mean, maybe Alina Habba wants to look competent by comparison. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.